me, Colt Seavers, and this is my hero's journey.
Can we just start from the top?
Okay, I'm not the hero of this story. I'm just a stunt guy. Trying to look cool in front of the director of this movie. That's her, who I just so happen to have a major crush on.
We need to keep it super profesh.
Cool. Do you want to make out?
Nope.
Because I don't either. It's not what I'm into right now.
Making out?
Yeah.
What are you into?
Talking.
Yeah.
There's just one little wrinkle.
The star of the movie,
Tom Ryder.
is missing. We need you to find him.
Why me?
You're a stuntman. No one's gonna notice whether you're here or not. No offense.
I mean, some taken. Tom?
Full disclosure, he has fallen in with some shady people.
Just checking in on you.
And they're not gonna like you sniffing around.
I'm just a stunt guy!
This is insane, man. We got drugs, bad guys, and murder.
What's an ice crime?
Are you saying ice cream or ice crime?
Ice crime.
Okay, it's just with your accent, it's hard. I'm not reporting an ice cream.
Yes, no, I get that.
Okay.
This is an epic story. Of cosmic proportions.
The bad guys are closing in.
We're gonna hide you.
Nope, we're gonna beat the shit out of him. I never forget a fist. I don't mean it like that.
Nothing like a good twist.
Who doesn't love a twist?
Let's make some trouble.
Get out of my head.
Stay alive.
No matter what. We're gonna beat the shit out of him.
I have a better idea.
You wanna die? Okay. Maniac. This stuntman's crazy.
We're gonna surround him.
And we beat the shit out of him. Shit. One last stunt. Going down in a blaze of glory.
We need a big finale.
How many takes do you have of that?
I've got 5 takes.
So big.
Boom, there you go. That was the trailer for The Fall Guy in theaters right now. It's your boy QP. This is Nerds Rule the World, and we're going to talk all things The Fall Guy with a pair of special guests, some homies here in the Washington, D.C. area, some fellow film critics and friends of mine. I have from the movie review, Mr. Anthony Francis. How are you, sir?
I'm great. Glad to be back.
Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure to have you here. And of course, my man over at the Peach Review, John Jones, not to be confused as the Martian Manhunter. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Fantastic.
All right. It's a pleasure to have you guys on to chat with me. Let's talk all things The Fall Guy. Really quick, everybody, brief synopsis on this film. We have the sweetheart. We love him. We fell in love with him last year as our Ken, Mr. Ryan Gosling, as our star, our lead. I had the name up real quick. What's his character's name? Colt Seavers.
Yeah.
He's our stuntman who was in a relationship with Emily Blunt's character at one time. They worked a lot of films together. She was a up and coming director, DP, or first camera.
First camera.
Yeah. And all of a sudden an accident occurred where Ryan Gosling's character, Colt Seavers, broke his back. Their relationship grew apart because of his accident and her still working in the industry. And all of a sudden this job comes up. The producer that Colt Seavers used to work with, played by the amazing Hannah Waddingham. If you don't watch Ted Lasso, you should. She's amazing in that. Rings him up to say, hey, I need you for this film that I'm working on with a certain director that you know. It's her first big break. And so he decides to come back to the project, maybe rekindle the flames with his former love. And all the while, a murder mystery occurs that he's trying to figure out. The lead actor who was in this film was framed or something like that, or somebody was found dead. I'm trying not to spoil in other respects. And so they're all trying to figure out this whole mystery. There's a great cast involved with this film. I already mentioned Emily Blunt, Ryan Gosling, Hannah Waddingham. We also have Winston Duke, who plays the lead stunt director on the film. We also have Stephanie Sue, who's an assistant to the producer, who I love as well. She was in what was that film last year that she was in?
Everything
Everywhere all at once.
Oh yeah, she was in Everything All at Once. She was also in another comedy like hangover style film that
were they? Yeah,
I was trying to remember that one.
Yeah.
But she's amazing. So great cast. There's other great actors in this. There's another surprise actor that you'll find out towards the end of the film. Who is the lead actor in this that Ryan Gosling doubles? He was our Quicksilver.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Aaron Taylor Johnson is in this. So in a great cast.
Maybe the new James Bond, but nobody's sure yet.
So that's your cast, that's your story. And then for the crew, real quick, David Leitch, former stuntman. He's the writer-director on this. I think just a great story, great cast, crew. Let's get into our thoughts, gentlemen. There you go in brief. Oh, before you I'm sorry, guys. I'm sidetracking myself. I'm all over the place. When I do reviews, guys, you'll find that I just get my energy levels just amp up. What did you think of the story? Let me toss it to you, Anthony. What did I miss? And also, if you want to talk on cast in that mix.
Now I feel we both have to be more up. I'm just kidding, man. No, it's great. I surprisingly fell in almost complete love with this film. I really had a blast. I think it's the type of movie that Hollywood doesn't really do well anymore. Maybe every fourth or fifth big, loud blockbuster is a good time. A lot of them are carbon copies of the last, This, and especially Leitch, the director, was the way to go. He wanted to show real stunts. There's some CGI where it needs to be. Again, CGI used properly. But yeah, no, I thought it was a blast. I think the plot is fun. I was never a fan of the original television show. And I was a teenager when that show was out in the 80s. I was like, it's dumb. Big, good old boy, having adventures. But it had real stunts, and I would occasionally, flip by and, that's cool. This film has a bevy of real stunts that are fascinating in their design and their execution. And that's all I asked for in a movie about stuntman. I thought the plot was good enough. In a way, we don't really care, except I kind of like where it goes. I thought Gosling and Blunt had great chemistry. I think Gosling has found a second career in this. And I mean this. I don't mean in all-encompassing, but I mean it in this film. Ryan Reynolds is Burt Reynolds here. And not just because Burt Reynolds did a stuntman movie called Hooper, which is a good time. But Reynolds was pure charisma. He could be, in one performance, he's serious, he's smoldering, he's funny, he's deadpan. And Ryan Gosling has all of that here. This is his Burt Reynolds moment. I think he works so well. I like his second career as comedy. It's working for him. But no, the film, a complete blast, just about from start to finish. Did it need to be as long as it is? Maybe not, but there's enough stunts to keep you enthralled. I had a great time with it. A great time.
All right, Anthony, thank you for your thoughts. John, what did you think?
Wow, that was really nice of you, Anthony. That was really nice.
I was gonna say I wanted to get as much nice as I can before we threw it to you.
Oh,
yeah. So it's getting massacred in the industry online and whatnot, and I think I know why.
It
Uh,
is.
yeah, it's not doing very well. You
Well,
didn't
it's
know
not.
that, Anthony?
I wouldn't say by
It's,
the industry folks though.
I was gonna say it's getting. I thought it was getting fairly good reviews. But
No, it is getting good. I'm just being dramatic.
it's
but
bombing. It's bombing
Yeah.
at the box office.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's too long. Like we said, Planet of the Apes was too long. This is way too long. This is a film that should have been 90 minutes. This is a film that should have been 90 minutes. When I saw Ryan Gosling in here as Colt Seavers, his character in Barbie as Ken was funny. He brought the Ken enough vibe with him here, but there's too much over the top. I know it's a movie about stunts directed by a former stunt man, and we're paying homage to stunt people. But dare I say this, and I'm going to catch a lot of flack, there was too many stunts. Not everything doesn't have to be dramatic.
Flack.
Everything doesn't have to be dramatic. If he walks through the front door and it shatters, it's dramatic. If he goes into a closet and someone flies through the closet every single time he walks through a closet, that's too much. There was just way too much going on. While driving, there was too much going on in that scene. There was just too much. I know it sounds terrible, but I felt like there were too many stunts, and that's why I kept checking my watch, and that's why I felt like it was taking so long. Yeah, like I'm watching Ken do stunts. That's what I felt like I was watching. I was watching Ken do stunts. His back and forth with Emily Blunt was hilarious. I liked his relationship with Dan, like Colt's relationship with Dan. So Ryan Gosling and Winston Duke, thought they were hilarious. The fact that they communicated with movie lines, that was genius. Like that was very, very funny.
I forgot to mention that. I love that.
Yeah, but there was too much, man. There was way too much. Would I go see it again? Absolutely not. Would I tell my wife to go see it? No.
But did you think it was too much?
I made that clear. Yeah.
I
yeah,
know.
it's
I'm
definitely
kidding.
too much.
I'm kidding.
It was definitely too. Yeah, it was definitely too much. It wasn't bad. I just don't feel like it was spectacular. It was par at best for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. John's had a little bit of a bad taste in his mouth for him. For me, real quick, man. So yeah, I guess we've already mixed it in with the reviews now. So we'll have the reviews. We're going story characters. I love this film. No worries. I don't even follow my formula half the time sometimes because again, as you saw earlier when I started, I just go because it's just vomit of thoughts. I love this film as a filmmaker. To shout out to all my filmmaker friends out there, I'm suggesting this to every one of them. And then to my super film fans, I'm suggesting this because this is, and I think I stole this from you, Anthony, when you said this the week when we saw the screening from this, and I used it on my WTOP spotlight. This is a movie about movies that loves movies. I don't know if you said that, but I'll give you credit right now for it.
I'm proud of that quote, and thank you for taking it. You're welcome to do it.
I'm giving you credit right now because I completely agree. As a filmmaker and as a film fan, this is what I love about movies wrapped into one. I thought everyone was brilliantly cast. They all did their parts, and every character had its respective moment and its necessary moment. I think the story, how it played out, I can't believe people are saying it's long. It was perfect. The music to go along with everything went together. The story beats and the flow, just like in a film that's kind of meta in a way. And then when they would have certain moments, went with each particular visual or song or just everything. I thought was just brilliant. So it's just eating me up that it is not doing so well out there with the public. But
yeah, that's sad.
If it's a film for us filmmakers and film fans, I thank them for this. I think they did an excellent job.
I agree with you for the most part. We have our own little club on this show. You and
I agree with you for about 30%. Yeah,
it's all good. We can't all,
If I could ask John, is your thumb? Because I remember we spoke about it after the screening as well. Mm-hmm. Is your thumb down or sideways, like I said earlier?
No, it's sideways. It's sideways. I mean, again, I wouldn't see it again, but I'm glad I saw it though. So
yeah,
again,
I can't believe you wouldn't see it again.
No,
It's
absolutely
that
not.
bad.
I'm
Absolutely.
taking my family to see it before it goes. I thought I had more time. I'd better do that soon, but yeah.
Look at that, taking his family to go see it. I'm gonna tell my family not to see it and do the best thing for my
Wow.
family. I'm gonna protect my family how I need to protect mine. He's gonna do what he needs to do for his. My
That's
family's
crazy because I actually, and it's funny you said that, Anthony, because I actually thought this was one of the films I want to take my wife and daughter to go see while it's in theaters. Because there's
Yeah.
certain films that are film big screen worthy, and it's one of
This is one.
John. I'm just blown away, but I respect
John.
I respect your opinion.
Yeah, man.
I will say if I'm thinking one negative because John has me in this feeling right now.
I have a
There's
couple.
one negative I would give you, John. I hate to say it. Well, it's not that I hate to say it, but Winston Duke. I love Winston Duke. I love that you brought up how they communicate with film quotes. But what didn't make sense, if there's something that didn't make sense in the script, and I don't want to spoil, but there's like a part where they're looking for his character in the film, but then they just all of a sudden stop. And that didn't make any sense storyline wise.
Yeah, that didn't make.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll give you so I just wanted to give you one, John, because I know
Yeah.
that's one part. What do you think? You know what I'm talking about, Anthony?
I do, and I agree. It's like the film said, we're done with this character.
That was like the one part that they had everything right, but then it kind of fell apart.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I will. My negative is, even though I liked his performance, Aaron Taylor Johnson, they really didn't give him much to do either.
True.
I mean, he has the great moment in the finale, but he should have had more to do. I wanted to, besides him just being a big star, I wanted to know more about why his people are so devoted to him in their ways. And but I mean, we're not there for deep character development, you know. I'm here to see stuntmen do real stuff, and I had a blast. I had a blast.
You better see things
really
go boom. Yeah, so.
I usually complain. I'm like, all this movie is seeing things go boom. I had fun with the boom here. It was great. It was great. I miss the days of well thought out. I said this in my review of the film, of well thought out, you know, inventively designed stunt sequences. And this film, each one, no matter how many they were, they were all creative in their design and just an eye-popping wonder to watch being executed by real guys without CGI.
Awesome.
And
yeah, I agree. I agree. And real quick, I think you mentioned, to your point too, John, this was again kind of Ryan Gosling kind of still kind of being the same character from Barbie or Ken.
Yeah.
Is that your biggest negative thing about this film? Is this him kind of just doing the same role again? And
no, because I liked it. I think that kind of role works for him. I like it when actors don't take themselves too seriously. And this is another role where he's not taking himself very seriously at all. I never thought I would watch something and it would make me dislike Hannah Waddingham because I didn't like her character. I know I love her, but like her character, she's never played a character I disliked. But like, yeah, that was a first. That was a first for me. But yeah, just that, man, it just wasn't hitting, man. For me, it was just it was doing too much. And then when when films start Game of Thronesing the characters, dude, I don't like that. So like, with a character, they build it up and then just dispense. I'm just like, come on, man. Like the part you were talking about, now that you reminded me, I'm like, you know what? I didn't like that either.
That is the one part that I like. Yeah, that didn't make any sense if you're still, Anyway, there you go. There's a cool menagerie of ideas and thoughts. Our review for The Fall Guy. Shout out to Anthony and John, guys. Appreciate you both for coming on and sharing with this review. Before we get up out of here, let me throw it back to you, John. How can people check you out online with the Peach review? If you could throw those out to the people that might be driving, listening to this review.
Of course. Thank you much. You can check out the website on thepeachreview.com, and on all socials, we are at The Peach Review, all one word.
All right. Shout out to my man, John. And for my man, Anthony Francis. He's got a billion things he's working with that I just realized. The movie review, film threat, all the things. How can they check you out online, Anthony?
Themoviereview.com, filmthreat.com, and screencomment.com, my former home base. My home base is now the movie review, but I still write for all of them. And I should have said this earlier, at each of those, at Screen Comment, at Film Threat, at Movie Review. You can find me everywhere.
Oh, but tell them how to spell movie review, though.
Oh, yes, I should do that. Themoviereview.com, but review, thank you. Review is R-E-V-U-E.
There you go, y'all. So if you're driving and you didn't catch that all, again, click on the you'll see the links in the description. You can click there. But if you have that ability to remember when people say it, that's why we're having John and Anthony say it. There you go as well. I need that superpower where people can just say it and boom. I don't need to actually see it written.
I've been lacking that for decades.
I would. There you go, y'all. I'll be the fall guy on this one. Again, shout out to my man, John. Shout out to Anthony. So much fun. I appreciate you both. It's your boy, QP. This is Nerds Rule the World. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy QP, NRW, Nerds Rule the World. Just got out of the press screening for Fall Guy. Initial thoughts coming out of it. Lit. Incredible. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was just everything. You saw me, if you saw the NRW weekly show, one of my picks for the week, hadn't seen the film yet. Now having seen the film, outstanding. Brilliant cast, the soundtrack, the story, the writing. Amazing. Pick of the year. One of the picks, probably going to be in my top 10 of the year. This film was great. If you love action, if you love comedy, you love drama, a little bit of everything, and you got love for those stunt guys that great, those special effects that we love in our films. Fall Guy. Check it out. Great film. Highly recommend. Your boy QP, Nerds Rule the World. Stay tuned for my full review on the NRW. Your boy QP.